We are back in Duel Link Speed Duel for the first time in a very long time, going in with the brand new Sky Striker deck. Of course, Linkage is now available, got a brand new skill, and we've been doing pretty well so far. We're now on Level 5 on our King Games rank up climb, the 5 win streak, and of course, the first duel is against everyone's arch nemesis, Despia with the Tax Dragon, and probably going to be the Dark Lord one, given they're playing 30 cards. That means this is a very, very bad matchup for us. This is functionally useless at the moment. Send you away. Mill 3, Shark Cannon, Vector Blast, and Engage. Of course, we're going to pick up the Engage. That is just way better for us at the moment. Downside is, we do kind of want 3 in the graveyard, but that's going to be okay for the moment, so we'll go Engage. Right, we'll grab Multi-Roll, we'll play Multi-Roll, and we'll use the effect to go and send to the graveyard the field spell, which then triggers to go and get access to the Rose. The Rose on the field. And from here, we can then go and play the effect of our skill, sending these two to graveyard, get a draw one. As much as I enjoy this deck, I still have no clue on the the optimal combo routes. Whatever works, works. Right, sometimes that's just how you gotta play the game. We've seen already all of the good cards you want to see. Your Shark Cannon, your Widow Anchor, and your Ego Booster. And we're gonna go and grab the next turn the Hamp, and hopefully here Vector Blast. No Rotor. Okay. Let's just go and get that Ray out of the deck. So next turn, even if he doesn't go to our graveyard, we are okay. That's good. We'll link back into Shizuku, just for some more, a little bit of damage reduction. Right, it's not going to matter, but this should be okay. And hopefully here, we don't get Dark Lorded. Now, if we do, we have Eagle Booster for protection, interruption for the graveyard if they go for the fusion plays, well, with branded in red, and we have a negate and a take control, which isn't going to matter that much. This skill is bonkers, right? You're dumping one, adding the fusion spell, revealing one to add 2 skills. Originally, when archive skills kind of existed, when we had these anime decks that kind of were struggling, skills made sense to kind of buff up decks that needed help, and now we're giving, top tier meta deck skills. I know I'm playing one, but that's besides the point. Brand opening, okay. Discarding one and either adding or special summoning, that is fine. Discarding a Tragedy, of course that does get a re-add of a spell card, which is, never the best, but we'll see where things go. Tragedy, again, we can't negate from the graveyard, so functionally, this doesn't matter. Branded in red, though, is going to target that. And this has got to add back to hand to then apply the effect. So let's go Shark Cannon, targeting this one to now turn off that fusion summon. If he had a second one, I would have been pissed. We're not going to summon to our field. It is getting banished. You are going to be able to add to your deck an Alibi. Going for the Theater. Okay. And here comes down the big fusion play, right? Despia Theater. Send 3. Go on. Do it. Summon your big Dark Lord. Please do, because next turn, I can play Hamp. Or the Vector Blast, and send it back. Right, that'll be ideal. Going for 2, in for the Tax Dragon. That's fine. Ad libitum activates, which is fine. On summon, gets a Surge. That's not. Because that means there was no way. There was no possible way of interacting with that. Okay. In for Starving Venom. I thought my field was getting cleared as well. Masquerade, of course, is going to come back, thanks to his graveyard effect, but there is no tax on him, so that's fine, right? We don't really care. Okay, that's good. There's no discard. This middle one here, we don't know what it is, so we've got to kind of be worried about this one. And here, we can go, you know what? Let's go. I right-clicked. I was supposed to, do this. This was never meant to be the way this went, right? However, this actually might have gone okay. So, we'll make sure we're toggled on. We'll go into another one of you. We'll then go and play the effect of Eagle Booster and target this. So, yes, you can attack in. Yes, you can deal damage. No, it's not going to really matter. right? So, this is fine. This is fine. Now, did we did, unfortunately, we did use the effect of our spell removal. However, we can go for the Afterburners, and a second one. Very nice. Let's try and dismantle this board. This summons out a fusion in our graveyard, so we want us to kind of go. So, let's go for you, targeting the Aliber. And I believe in the graveyard there might be some protection. Sure, let's go and pop the field spell. We'll then go Afterburners, targeting the Masquerade. Book of Eclipse. This does nothing, right? It still dies. And this is probably wrong. Masquerade is going to come down, okay. Okay. Return you back. Play Rose. Negates Taxman. Make Zeke. My voice is dying, apparently. That's fun. Go Zeke to banish you. Be gone. Aliber comes out. He's going to keep trying. He's going to keep trying. Aliber comes out. We can then go and play into Hamp. Here comes Hamp. We're not going to risk it. We are just going to go Widow Anchor, take, Summon Ray, and attack in. This should be game. There we go. Despia down. Onto game number 2. Let's hope the voice improves. Okay, game 2 against a Mokuba, so I'm expecting an Archive skill. Now, for full transparency, we did just lose the game after the branded one. Right, it was against Star Seraph, and we had game on board, but then I decided to screw it up by summoning Kagari instead of just attacking directly, and yeah, we then played another game, and it was a instant surrender, so I thought, you know what, we'll just kind of treat it as a null and void, right, and carry on the streak, but let's see how things go. So, LP Alpha is... it could be anything. Right, it could really be anything. So, opening hand-wise, I don't really like Afterburners. Well, I mean, it's a good card to use for this, right? For Area 0. We send burners, we go Shark Cannon, Engage, or Rota. I'm going to go for Engage, obviously. It's like just the best choice by far. The delay there makes me think it's Droll. I'm going to play around Droll, sending 2 to get a draw, and I drew the one thing I didn't really want to draw off that. It felt like it could have been a Droll. And so, let's go for Negate, and okay, card-wise, really good. We'll then go and try and find, we'll go do it again. I actually don't know, I don't know what triggers without having to do anything. So, let's go Kagari, go and grab back Engage, and go and search some more. DD Crow is what it was. Okay, that's fine. Right, that's perfectly fine. Link off for Shizuku, and we'll go and set 1, set 2, and we'll go and set 3. And we'll end our turn, go and search for, I don't know, probably, let's make him play around it, right? Let's make him play around Vector Blast. So, we've got a float, we've got a negate, we've got a graveyard interruption as well. But let's see what Mokuba on LP Alpha is on. Apparently they're on nothing. Don't give me this kind of cog climb. Right? Don't do it, Konami. I want a good video. I want some good matchups. You were playing... yeah, okay. Looked like a bit of a mess, but I can't judge. I have no clue how that deck's meant to be built. Game 3. Game 3 versus Novox 53840. That's going to be a voice-to-voice player if you're playing TCG. Yami Marek versus Null Marek. Going again with Ra most likely. Now, I was saying earlier, I think this matchup is really, really poor. Right, I do not like this one bit. So, let's see how things go. I guess we'll go and dump to the graveyard the Rose, right? Rose in for Hamp for next turn. Not the best, not the worst. It's okay. Set Shark Cannon. Go and remove. Mill 1, Mill 2, Mill 3. All good picks, but of course we go for the negate. Probably should have done that first, to be fair. Thinking about it, but this is okay, it's okay. So of course we're going to go and grab the... yeah, we'll grab Ray. And unfortunately, We can't go for, like, mass drawing, which is a bit annoying. But let's go booster, and then we'll go again. Okagari, go for engage again, then get another draw, and end on the Trinity of good back row, being Widow Anchor, being Shark Cannon, and booster. Now, I could go for linkage, and I do want to pull off some linkage OTKs here in this game. But let's go for the Shark Cannon, right? Yes, correct one, yeah, Shark Cannon. We'll go set 1, set 2, and set 3. Go and link off again. In for Shizuku, the standard turn 1 play. At least I think I might be playing this completely wrong. Probably am. End turn. Shizuku, go and grab. They don't put Ra in EMZ, because of course they have the Egyptian God Slime. However, if they do summon that, then that's a target protection. I think we do go for the Vector Blast, right? And we do, you know, try and make him play around it in a way. So that can restrict how many cards he can summon on the field, or we cannot care about it. Right? Just summon into the Immortal Phoenix one, which is why Ego Booster is so big, because it does mean that we don't get blown out by the Immortal Phoenix popping everything, right? Because, you know, you go down really low, you play the skill, gets you back up again, discarding Ra, and then Reborn, of course. Revelation is sending the Ra back to graveyard at the end of the turn. That's fine. True Sun God is a very, very annoying card. Very annoying. Now, the plus side is we have got that interruption, Reborn. This might be okay. This might be okay. Blaze Cannon is annoying because it means that Ra is unaffected by card effects. Revelation, of course, activating to make Ra eligible. Monster Reborn coming down. And unfortunately, this is where the Shark Cannon comes in clutch. Going to be banishing this. We could take control. We could do. I don't want to. Well, we can't because I believe there is a... We had the thing... Oh, yeah, we can't summon. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Skill. Activating. Going to be adding a Reborn again. Unfortunately, they can't use the effect to add a Ra. And I think that might have screwed them a bit. Just a bit. On to game number 4, I think. Let's speed the video. Human Astral. One of the most popular decks on ladder right now is Utopia. And I wish it made me go second, because I'm pretty sure I've dismantled every single Utopia board when going second. Going first, that's a bit of a different story. That's a bit different. So, good hand. Very good hand. I don't mind getting rid of this though, given we've already got one. So, we'll go play Field Spell again. 1, 2, 3. Let's go and add multi-roll. Because this then means we haven't got to waste our engages, right? So that's fine. We can then go and play this, get us out a rose or whatever, send you to the other thing. Okay, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. We'll go and play maneuver. Get rid of you. Activate the effect. Go and summon into Rose. And then play the skill. Sending these two. Getting a draw into a linkage is massive. That is probably one of the best things we could have hoped for. We'll then go for the Ray. And go and add the... Oh, Ego Booster as well makes things really annoying. Might be a bit of a waste, right? Because we have like an optimal hand already. But I just want to make sure next turn we have as many resources as possible to deal with that board. So we'll go for this, right? And we're going to go and grab with this. We know they're going to end on numbers protection, so we got to find a way to force it out. So I think we go for an Afterburners here. And into a Rota, which we are going to play again. To go and grab the Ray for next turn if we need it. Go for Shizuku. And then my board for this turn is going to be a Graveyard Interruption. It's going to be the Ego Booster. And it's going to be the Negate. Or the Steal. Right. You know, ideally it's a Steal. Just, you know. But they can go for a big Utopia twice. At least twice. So we'll see where things go. Right, we'll see how things turn out. But, you know, standard board, very good follow-up. right? You know, very good follow-up ways to break their board next turn to deal with that interruption they have. So, good spot, I think, barring some bullshit coming down, right? Ranking up, adding this one that searches out the good trap card, and the Ascended Sage, which gets you rank of magic. So, I know we can interrupt, you know, they'll go for Utopia double, right? And I'll get 3 searches off. And then you want to make sure you wait for that last kind of third effect to go off. But no, you're going to just scoop. Can I get a single good game? Like, I don't like these King of Games, like, videos where I go, you know what, I'm going to record the streak because Legend 1 to 4 has been, you know, a bit of a challenge. And then we get that. It's not fun. Like, the first game of this video was 10 minutes. The rest of the video is 10 minutes. Randy, you Legend 1, please, put up a fight. Bro, please, don't give me Power of the Dark. Right, at this point, do not give me, okay, Archive skill. Are we going to go branded to branded? It's so undeserved. It's so undeserved. It's Dragonmaid. Okay. I will take Dragonmaid. A deck I actually wanted to build. But it being in the main box was like, it's not worth going in for. Right, it just wasn't worth, you know, dumping all those gems for that one deck. That didn't end up being that great, right, in terms of meta relevance. So, of course, then China gets a brand new mini box with that deck in, of course, Borrowland, and some more Rocket stuff, and so they had a good time. Here we have Chamber coming down, which of course is your search for any Dragonmaid card, going for the field spell, not the field spell, the fusion spell, sorry, and obvious turn 1 plays to end on a Shu. And we can very easily get around Shu with the cards we have. So, Shu's coming down, you've got 1 back row, you've not got a trap in the graveyard, so this should be fine. Like, Shu of course brings back out from the grave, like the Dragonmaid, right? So you'd go for Chamber gets a search out again, and then the battle phase can tag out. But that's okay, right? That's perfectly fine getting access to these. Because all I'm worried about is that back row and Shu. Aside from that, this is like fairly straightforward, right? So let's go Rotor. There is no universe where you negate this. Right, there is no, you know what I'm adding. There is no universe where this happens, right? I'm going to add the Rose. We could go Jammer Waves, hit the back row, and potentially force a Shu out there, or we can dump the graveyard and kind of hope this all works out. It's a rough one, I'm thinking about it, because this is going to be necessary for getting access to the fusion summons, and then going to town there. Yeah, we have to, like, here we have to. Just trying to think this out. So go 1 and 2, this hurts, right, sending, engage, that's massive, right, that's massive. We're then going to go and play engage first, because they might want to negate a draw too. Grab this, and grab this. Because now we're in a very good spot, right? The Jam Waves goes and hits the back row. We protect. Dragonmaid Tidying, so that's going to bounce cards back to the hand. You'll give me back an engage, and then I'm popping your Dragonmaid Shu. Why would you do that? Right, so this is nothing again, you're just gonna... Well, that was a very, very quick, very easy King of Games climb with Sky Striker. I swear, I swear. Like, why can they... Why does Duel Links do this, right? You have a really good, like a really back and forward Legend 1 to 4 climb, and then King Games climb is just like the absolute shitfest. It is awful. Let's try and find a dueling cog. It's not Rush Duel, don't say try. Let's see if the first game in King Games is going to be any better. Okay, so Necrophilia, that's a deck you haven't seen in a long time. Of course, it is end of season, so gotta kind of keep that in mind. But going for the Spirit Grasp skill, which does dump the Baladrock. Okay, so once per chain, it is a negate. The deck is designed to make all of our cards zombies, so we'll see how things go. If we need to, we can go Rota for Ray, Engage for Hamp over that, and then you've got to just kind of deal with like this being in the graveyard. If we get lucky, right, then what happens is we draw for turn. We draw into Shark Cannon, we banish that from the graveyard. However, Reborn is going to bring back out Mizuki, which can be banished to special a zombie in the graveyard. So either way, I don't think it's going to matter. Vampire Sucker in the Playground rarity, probably just bring it back out. Do you go for Unizombie again? Yeah, you do. Okay, sure. So Sucker is... it contribute my cards, that's not great. And if a zombie summoned from graveyard, you draw 1, or you can reborn a zombie in my graveyard. Okay. Mizuki was a premium pack 1 card, I want to say, maybe premium pack 2. So probably 2006, 2007, around that time, I think. Pretty sure this was, because I'm pretty sure I played a tournament, like IRL, and got that in the pack for like prizing for that event or something. That's really showing my age, but no! Okay, this would be the funniest thing ever. Okay, it's not that. It's not what we wanted, but it's okay. I don't think that end board is great, right? Because there's no quick effect synchro here, right? Like you can't, okay, I can't target Zombie World, but there's no quick synchro here. So I don't think like this was a good end board. Let's go, Rota. Do you negate my Baladrock? You don't, because you are a fool and you are about to lose, because I'm going to send your card to the graveyard. In for Ray. In for Hamp. Summon into Hayate. So we have some damage. Is it just the Banshee again? Or is there something else that's kind of waiting to trigger? Get rid of this. That puts 2 in our graveyard. The skill dumps a 3rd. Peak. It's peak. Okay. We're adding Rose. We want that damage. Right? We want the damage. The damage is important to us. Let's go skill. Send field. Send Rose. Get a draw for this. Does this stop targeting? It doesn't, right? Like I can just like target other things with effects. So I can go for this and then yeah. So I do probably want you. And I do like that as well. That's neat. Set as a bluff. Go to town and hope it is enough. That is the... it should be. Right? It should be. It just depends again on like if you've got stuff in hand, which you genuinely might do, right? So let's go Hayate. We'll go and dump. Molter at this point isn't really necessary, right? We'll then go the Linkage. Linkage goes and grabs Kagari. And then we can do it again for Shizuku. Debuff down, take, and attack it, right? So like I think that like this is perfectly okay. Right? Kagari goes and grabs out Linkage. This then deals damage here. Not end our turn. Swing into you. Time on this is kind of awful, actually. Linkage. Sending you to go and make Shizuku. And from here, we can just swing into the Necrobarrel Banshee. And that's 13. And that's lethal. Pending there being anything here. There we go. Okay. That at least was a fun duel, right? That was a fun duel. I might try one more because I do want to kind of find like a better matchup than this, but we'll see. Okay. Final duel. Hopefully it'll be a good one again. Archive skill and you go. I was kind of expecting Speedroid, but no, it does seem like we're going to be going back to the Theatre of the Branded's opening for one final performance. And we're going second. I believe first time round went first, so this should be a nice kind of, I think we did? I can't remember. But chances are, we're in COG, so we're going to see the Despia Dark Lord come down and threaten to nuke the board and do all that fun things. Now, we have opened removal for whatever is in the EMZ. We have also opened removal for anything else. So, going for the Despia Theatre of the Branded effect to fusion summon. We've not seen the Dark Lord yet. So it may just be pure. It is pure. Okay. You are going for the Tax Dragon, and you've even made it full Starlight, man. Come on. The Dramaturge is a effect negation if a extra card is summoned. So in Graveyard at the moment, you've got a Banish to add a branded spell trap. That's fine. You've got Alibi, which if a fusion leaves the field, you can then summon this card and then negate a card of control. You've got Dramaturge, which again is a effect negation. And then you've got the Masquerade, which is going to be burning me every time I do a thing. Let's just try and get you off the board first of all. Because there's no protection in the graveyard. This should be a one and done kind of clear. Branded in red though, going to potentially go for that fusion summon play. This will go for Queritus, right, if you're on pure. 3 going in for the, okay. In for Query, okay, right, that's fine. And then Dramaturge replaces itself for some reason. Because for some reason, that's an okay card effect to have. Why did this not die? Hello, game? Oh, it was, the chain was really awkward, right, okay. That's not good. But we can spin it away. Awkward send, awkward grab. Vector Blast. Pay 6, spin you away. Just go. Spin. Milling Supoli is really big. Unfortunately, with Miltamp, that would have been really integral for our plays. We've got to deal with this Dramaturge somehow, right? Because it's a negate on summon. This is going to cause all of our cards to become 0, so that's also not a thing we want to deal with, right? Not a card I want to deal with. This adds pop the back row, and then pop the fusion. Adds to hand or special summons a Fallen Valabas or Despia from the deck. We'll go Kagari, go and grab Engage. You then play the effect of Dramaturge. I then play the effect of Widow Anchor. And I steal. What are you doing? I'm making Zeke. It's going to banish you. And then Despia Theatre activates. And then we play Shark Cannon to go and banish the Queritus. We don't summon him. Play Engage to go and grab Linkage. And this. And then we lose because we haven't got full damage on board. Because there's no way in our graveyard with access to Rose. So that's fun. I guess Shizuku actually is probably fine right now. Tag 15. End our turn. There is no card we can add. We'll see how things go. In for Alibi. Added opening. See, if we had Rose in graveyard there, which there probably was a way, right, with the Rota, with the Engage or whatever, earlier on in the turn, then there might have been a line there. There might have been a line. I think the only issue is if they go for this fucking Dark Lord thing, of course, nuking the board, getting rid of Shizuku, is very annoying. And then Ray activates, summons Ray in defense. Now, this will negate the effect of a card. Tragedy is going to add back a fusion spell. I think we might be okay. Right, so obviously here we go. Bing bang bong. Make all your dudes weak. Dramaturge is going to negate this. Fine. Battle step. Let damage step. Debuff. 100 life points. Zeke unfortunately brings back another one, right? There is, however, a way. There is a way. So we can go summon into Kagari. We can't target these, but we've got to bait out this negate, right? So we go Kagari. I want to get rid of the back row, right? Okay, You've negated that. That's fine. We'll then go for Hayate. And hopefully that is fine. And if not, Branded in red comes down. Don't just make a second Despia Dark Lord. Don't make a second the first Dark Lord, do you? You do? No, you don't. Okay. You make Queritus, right? Ad libitum. Specials out the Despia Dark Lord guy. This deck is wild. Queritus, we attack in. This does nothing. We go bing bang bong, send Rose, activate Linkage, sending you, go make Hayate, bing bang bong, and we win. I will end on that one. It's been an hour of recording. We had some usable duels in King of Games. On the lead up to King Games, it was awful. But overall, Sky Strikers have been really, really fun, and now we're in COG. Next season, we're going to go in with Chimera, with Illusions, and hopefully reach King Games even quicker. And of course, here's a deck list, very straightforward. You never summon the Raiders Knight or the Arc Rebellion, it's just there in case you may get there, right? It might be some weird situation, we've got 2 on board, you might get there, you might not, the skill is cracked, this card is fantastic, and White Princess, you know what, today, saved us. It did save us in one of our games, so that was pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, adios.